Ezugo, Ezugo. Good afternoon, family and friends. How are you? Welcome to the Woke Nation, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread knowledge of factual truth without fear of favor or feint, where no issue is too sensitive for us to talk about. So I welcome you and encourage you as usual to always seek and spread knowledge. And when you get that knowledge, don't keep it to yourself. Spread it. The more you spread it, the more you get. That's how it goes. So I'm encouraging you, please, not only seeking and spreading the knowledge, also grow in it. There is no permanent truth unless the one that is based on facts. If it does not base on facts, trash it. And when you find the truth, always follow the truth. Always. So I want to speak this this afternoon on wife and the prostitute. As I said I will speak on this, and I asked people, what advantage does a wife have over a prostitute? Only one person commented. Of course, I'm cool with that, and I appreciate that. That's Ella Uju Mwabudo, and she said because the wife has the entire home. She bets kids, collects money with or without having sex. She is recognized, but prostitute only collect money after sex. She had a point there. And that's part of what I'll be sharing with us today. And as I said, the reason why I appreciate what she said is this. No matter the issue we're talking about, you have a say. Don't think, oh, you are saying it won't make anything. No, I may not buy it, but somebody else will. So I learn from everyone. I learn from people. I don't learn from maybe say this is the only people that I will learn from. No. I learn from everyone. I learn from every source. I study people. I study books, writings. So I don't try to, maybe as some people suggest, maybe I know it all. If I know it all, that means I'm the only one in the world. There's no person that know it all. There's no person that have it all. There's no person that have that is everywhere. No. No God, no human being, no spirit, no. All of us, we are part of this, and that's why we need each other. That's why we need to spread that knowledge. So let me start with what she said. She said the wife have that advantage over a prostitute because the wife have the entire home. In some homes it's not true. You still see some homes where the mother-in-law controls the husband and the wife. True of us. So the wife don't have it entire. Even in the kitchen, the mother-in-law will say, don't touch this, don't do this. The wife don't have the entire home. Okay, even the wife may claim she have, no, she don't. Some men still have side chicks, some men still go to sleep with prostitutes. So but that's what we think. But I understand what she was saying. Of course, she's in the home, so she's the wife, so she runs the man's home, right? That's partially true. And says she bad kids. Not every wife have kids too, and not every marriage must have kids. Let me say that marriage is not an institution; it's a culture, and it's a choice or decision somebody make. That you don't marry doesn't mean you can't live your normal life and fulfill it. That you don't marry doesn't mean you can't have sex and you can't have children. No. It is culture, it is people that made up all that. Naturally, it's not true. Because if you need to marry before you have sex or children, then you're supposed to marry before you have penis or vagina. It's natural. Think about it. If you have penis and vagina, I mean talking about men and women. So without you being married, you have your vagina or your penis. So what make you think you must have sex or children before, after marriage? You must marry before you do that? No. You have the tools already. So why are you waiting until you marry before you use the tool? It doesn't make sense. That's why when you say God gave you that penis and vagina and they commanded you not to have sex until you marry, that God is stupid. Because if that God is not stupid, that God's supposed to keep the vagina and the penis until you get to that age you want you to marry. But there's no God that gave us, those things are natural. We were born with it. Our brain, all the parts of our body, we are born with them for us to use them. It is people that came with all those limitations they call laws and regulations, telling you you must do this, you must not do that. It is all people that made it. And that's why you see people spreading. If I don't like what you are saying or what you say I must do, then I go and start my place. But today they even come controlling people. They don't want you to spread. They say it's their land. You will not live there. If you must live there, you must do what we ask. So, which is a reason why some people say that freedom is illusion. The true freedom is the one you have in yourself or with yourself. So she said that the wife collects money with or without sex. Oh, but that's another one that I want to talk about today. How about the bride price? The woman you married, so at least you see, she said no sex until after marriage. Some of them say no sex until you see their parents. Some of them no sex until you pay their bride price. So how about the money you pay to marry her? And some Americans won't understand what I'm saying, but most Africans understand me very well. What men go through to marry, or what women go through to marry. There's what is called bride price, and there's what is called dowry. They say that bride price is the things, because it is now they make it is money. But before, it used to be a lot of things they asked men to bring, and some people still make that list what you must bring. I gave my own list when I went. They gave me list. My first marriage, I do the Christian way. They gave me the ordinal one, the traditional one, and the Christian list. So as a pastor there that time, I do the Christian one, come with a soft drink and all that, and they pay the money they asked me to pay. Then my second marriage is money, by no list. Okay, so because things are changing, so I go with the system. Now, why pay bride price? Is it not the same thing you pay to sleep with a prostitute? A prostitute will not open her leg unless you agree with her without whatever price she said. Then she will open her leg. Is it not the same thing wife is doing? Do you open your leg to any man because they say they want to marry you just like that? No, you want their commitment. Whatever you are giving to a prostitute is a commitment. That's what it is. That's the same thing you do to get married. But there's another big point she mentioned there that I said she is recognized. She is recognized. That's the wife is recognized. But the prostitute is not recognized. Of course, it's true, because people, recognize the wife. But prostitute, nobody, nah, it's not. People castigate prostitutes, people trash prostitutes. In fact, the worst word you can ever tell to a woman in Africa, especially Igbo woman, tell her she's a prostitute. Oh, yeah. You tell a woman she's a prostitute, whether married or not, you call her prostitute. Oh man, you don't buy and that. You will be her enemy forever, because women don't forget things. You say something to a woman, or you do something to a woman, and you say she's forgetting that you are kidding. They can pretend well also, because they have that ability to absorb shocks or absorb pain and all that, or they complain, but they have that ability more than men, as I have observed. she can keep it. But when it comes around that type of the year, time of the year, you say that to her, she will always remember it. But they will say, I forgive you, but she will always, they have an anniversary of every event or worse they hear from you, especially if you are their boyfriend or their husband. They will never forget it. Although they may say they forgive you, but they're counting it. And they know how to bring them one by one. Any day case come out. You can never win a woman unless you just, when you say your own, you shut up. That's it. You say, that's it. And you stand by it. But he say, let's keep talking. No, she will keep bringing them. Like me, I don't know how to keep record of everything happened. Sometimes pop up, I say it, right? Prostitutes are not recognized, but in some places it's recognized. Like in America here, in Las Vegas, prostitution is legal. There's other places in the world they say prostitution is legal. So I Google it and I save up some of them, which I will add to it. He said prostitution is legal and regulated in Germany, Switzerland, Greece, Austria, and many other countries in Europe. Many major European cities have red light districts and regulated brothels that pay taxes and follow certain rules. Man, you see where they recognize prostitutes. But what our sister was saying is recognized in the family. But the only time a family may recognize a prostitute is if their brother failed to have a male child, like in Igbo land. Then they will say, oh, he slept with one, he used to be friend with one girl. That girl had a son for him. They will do everything possible to get that child's son back. And sometimes that's when they will ask the man to marry that prostitute. That side chick, yeah, that our people call it side chick. America call it mistress, but it's the same with prostitute. And if you are not a virgin, you are a prostitute. They will kill me. And so why do you say that? Of course. When a woman tell me, a man want to marry me, but he say he must sleep with me before. I say, are you a virgin? She said no. Then what are you saying? You gave it to the other man that did not marry you, and this one want to marry you. Only he want to, because some men are like that. Some men will not be serious with you unless they have sex with you. Some men, they are serious, not that they want to use you and dump you, no. They just want to make sure you are with them. Not that they want to test whether your vagina is tight or not, no. They just want to see if you are yourself, you have your own mind, not playing all this hard and how to get game, not trying to say, oh, not on the first date, you know, all that nonsense. You have to make up as an adult. When you see somebody, you say, I have feeling for this one, this man can be with me. Don't say, oh, every man, you know, some men are like that. Men are like this. He may use you, finish, and dump you. It's not. There are people that are serious. A few days before whatever they're supposed to do to bring you in as their wife, something happened. They change their mind. Initially, they never plan to dump you. They never plan to say, I'm not marrying you anymore. But it happened. So understand that some men, yes, some men need sex. Without sex, they won't be serious with you. But you have to study the person. You have to know the person. Some men or some women, when you see them, you don't even, it clicks. Understand yourself and always tell yourself the truth. You want to have sex with somebody, then, but you know, because so those things have been put down and not recognized, so many of us are confused about that. And as you can notice, in Europe, they recognize or they legalize prostitution. But I don't know in Africa where they legalize it, because I remember every time police people always invade brothels, you know, arresting prostitutes and the people and their customers. And I remember when I used to run and jump fence in Dallas club, you know, because prostitutes are there, you know, club girls, you know, so police will always come to rig. They always come to catch people, at least to make some money. In Onitsha then. So I know how we used to run from police when we go there. Of course, when you go to clubs, sometimes you sleep with club girls, all that. I used to do all that. So this one also say a photographer who spent 5 years at Nevada brothels found legal prostitution was nothing like what he thought. Of course, many people, when they talk about prostitution, you know, they don't talk good about it. But can any good thing come out of prostitution? Can a prostitute bring out any good thing? I will still talk on all that today. So, you know, they call them sex worker also. So that's what I found on Google. Also, he says, let me read this one. It said, prostitution is illegal in the vast majority of the United States as a result of state laws rather than federal laws. It is, however, legal in some rural countries. So skip America now, talking about, I mean, counties, not country, counties within the state of Nevada. Only 8 counties currently contain active brothels. So that's still in America. So it's the law, people that make the law, especially say in the state. So see, prostitution is illegal, you know, in vast majority of the United States. Many other places, like where we live, it's illegal. In New Jersey here, where I live, you can go to jail. Police can arrest you for, like, maybe you see a prostitute and you talk. Like when you see a girl in the street, it may be police undercover, you know, dressed like a prostitute to catch people, you know. So because it's illegal. You know, they catch you. See, sometimes they say they catch a pastor in a hotel with a prostitute, you know. You see, they arrest the pastor. So, all that, but people still fuck around because they have online dating, you meet online, unless you don't have time and what it takes to meet, you'll be fucking. That's how it is, because it's natural thing for us to do. So, prostitution, prostitute or wife. Why all this money for hand, back for grand? That's how our people put it. Money for hand, back for grand. Pay to play or pay to partner. So when it comes to prostitute, it's pay to play. When it comes to partner, to wife, it's pay to partner. It's the same thing. You pay somebody to marry her, and you pay somebody to have sex with her. Agreeing with what our sister says, yes, but the wife make kids and all that. Yeah, prostitutes can do all that too. So it's not a must we really marry to have children. I've seen some men who are not married, but they have that contract or that agreement with another woman to have children, and they have children. They are not married, but they are father and the mother to those children that they take. That's the main thing the children need, people to take care of them. Now you have foster parents, children taken out of their real parents and gave to foster parents who raised them. The main thing is the children. However you made those children, you have to take care of the children you make. As I asked earlier, can any good thing come from a prostitute? Yes, of course. So what advantage does wife have over prostitute? Just as our sister says, the wife is in the house. Everybody recognizes her, and she's there as your wife. She's not maybe saying you must give me money today before. Some wives do that. Some wives demand money before their husband have sex with them. Some of them daily or weekly. Some husband and wife don't even have sex often. Some of them stay for months, no sex. Sometimes months, no talking to each other. It's the same bullshit, but they won't tell you that. But we're supposed to be saying the truth, so people will stop seeing marriage as it's a fulfillment. If you're not married, yeah, no. Many people want to jump out of marriage. Many men, many women, they want to jump out. Some of them are staying in marriage because of their family. Some of them will not divorce because of their family. Some of them will not divorce because of what their friends will say. Oh, after all this wedding, after all this publicity, how can I put that shame? People see me as divorce or all that. After I lied to them that all is well, we are working well, I kiss my wife in the public, I carry my wife like this, I do that. Oh, after all I say to my friends about my husband, you know, divorce, I can never be divorced. I'm not talking about Christian woman in Africa. Oh, divorce is a taboo. Bible said that if you divorce, you will know who wrote the Bible. It was the homosexual that wrote those things in your Bible. Where you say if you divorce, you will not remarry. That a homosexual said that wrote that in your Bible. But they wrote that to control you. You don't know that. Tell me the advantage a wife really have over a prostitute, if not the status quo or the culture or that men or some people made up in the land, not recognizing prostitutes. So prostitutes can also have keys for somebody, of course. You see some people, they were prostituting until they meet a man that say, oh, stop it, you look so beautiful, you are too beautiful to be doing this. The man married them and they stop prostitution. But some people say, no, they will never stop it. If you marry a prostitute, she will continue prostituting. I think God ordered one prophet to marry prostitute in the Bible. In the Bible. Remember Judah, is this Genesis 38? Of course. He went and slept with a prostitute, and God blessed the prostitute with what? Twins. That his daughter-in-law, who pretended to be a prostitute, and she got pregnant. You see, some people have some good reasons to be prostitutes. Yes, but we don't want to consider that. All right, so what made those people prostitutes? Have we ever paused and asked questions? And that's where we fail. We judge people without first finding out why they are doing what they're doing. We just condemn them. We just judge them without thinking. Oh, she's sleeping around. Oh, he's sleeping around. He sleep with anything under skirt. He sleep with anything under trouser. All that nonsense. But we don't pause to ask why. When men stage war against polygamy or polygyny, I like to use polygyny because when you're talking about polygamy, it has two things in it: polyandry and polygyny. Polyandry is one wife, multiple husbands, and the polygyny is one husband, or one woman, one man, multiple wives. So I'm talking about polygyny, which is what our ancestors and our people practice, because we have many women and few men among us. Many men dying in the war, many men dying, struggling for the family. Women are living longer. And when women put to bed, you have more women than men. Many women, I've seen a woman that have 10 daughters while she was trying to have a son. And she ended up having a son or adopting a son. Imagine, one man, one son, 10 daughters. Who will marry those daughters? Think about it. Where you have many women and few men, polygyny is encouraged. When you have many women and few men, polyandry is encouraged. That's how it's supposed to be. You have to live according to what is happening in the now, what works for us, so long it's not working against nature. Against nature is a man sleeping with a fellow man, sticking his penis in his anus. That is against nature. Ass is for shit. Vagina is for penis. and the keys. That's how, did any of us came through the anus? No, we came through the vagina, because that is the only way you can make us. Vagina, that's our mother's womb, is our heaven. That's where we existed before we were born. We did not exist in any heaven or any hell. We existed in that heaven called our mother's womb, and we came out of there through the gate called vagina. And that's why we always want to go back there. Women don't have a penis, we have, so we want to go back there to make more. Who don't want to have more heavens? Of course. Women have the heavens, so we want to enjoy the heaven more. War against polygyny created prostitution. Those Europeans and Arabs who brought prostitution to Africa, they are the one who attack our African way of marriage, of family. They say no polygyny is not. Islam say it is only 4 wives. You are limited only to 4. Even though you can take care of 100 wives, they say no, it's only 4. Nonsense. And the Christians say, no, one man, one wife. Even if you can take care of 100 wives, you say, no, one man, one wife. And the nonsense is this. They say when you die for jihad or for Allah or for Muhammad, you have 72 virgins, or is it 72 or 75 virgins in their heaven. That's Muslims. Then Christians, Jesus promised in Matthew chapter 19, I think 29 or 39, he said that if you leave your wife for him, he will have 100 wives. But when they speak, they don't read because it is homosexual that wrote those books for them to mess up their mind. So when you said you are against polygyny, you are against one man having multiple wives, when there are many women that are looking for husband, you are the one that is encouraging prostitution. You are the one that is pushing women into prostitution. A woman is feeling horny. She can go get it. Then she can dress like a prostitute just for a man to call her. Hey, man, oh, baby, I love you. How are you? You know, come, let's hang out. From there, you start touching her. Of course, that's what she wants. You have heard where they say that armed robbers came to rob a house and they said they will rape one girl. He said, no problem. She lay down because she knows she need a dick. Maybe the parents have been stopping her. You will not go outside and sleep with any man. No, we're watching you. You must not have sex until you get married. Okay, now, the criminals come. They want to rape her. She said, Daddy and Mommy, don't worry. I'm a champ. I can take it. Because that's what she needs. So when you are against polygyny, fighting against one man, having multiple wives, where you see many women looking for husband, fasting for husband, you know, pastor touching their vagina for them to get husband, pastor pouring oil on them for them to get husband, see them fast, you know, some of them having night vigil upon night vigil just to get husband. You see them fighting to take another woman's husband. You see a wife calling another woman husband snatcher, boyfriend snatcher, and yet you blind your mind with this book they gave to you saying it is wrong for you to be a prostitute. Then, and they say it's wrong also for you to marry a married man. You are stupid to believe that. Stop believing that. War against polygyny created prostitution. War against one man, marrying multiple wives, turn many women into prostitutes. Of course, they want to have sex. They are grown, they are matured, they are getting honey. You want African women, of course, they are turning into, some of them using cucumber, some of them using banana, some of them using cassava, some of them using their toothbrush. There are many things they use to masturbate, right? But some people, even whatever toy they use, no. Not like in America, they have box of toys. Some women, if they show you their toys, you know their food. So your penis cannot satisfy them anymore because they always choke it. I don't mean that. Satisfaction comes from your mind. When you're having sex, you want to be satisfied, be in that sense, put your mind in it. That's a way you can satisfy very quick. Like you come very quick too, out of experience, right? Of course, I'm old enough to tell you about that. Another thing that turn women into prostitutes is poverty. Poverty. Poverty is man-made. Of course. Some women are sleeping around making money just to take care of their family. Their family is poor. You see them living in the city or in abroad. They are there sleeping with men making money. Yes, I mean both graduates and the ones who are not graduates. They are doing that for the family. But you are there condemning them. You are not helping that family. Government is not helping that family. But this lady decided to go abroad and do whatever possible for her to erase poverty in her family. You are saying no prostitution. No, you are wicked. Our people say, you are against, I mean, you are the one, you are making life poor, life miserable and poverty in the land. And now you are forbidding them from doing whatever it takes. They see a rich man, oh, has a nice car and ready to spend money or whatever, even if it's a thief that stole money and want to spend. Okay, I'm here, bring the money. Buy me nice clothes, go shopping and all that. Bring the money, I need it. And now you see all this competition going on, how you dress, how you all those packaging. You need money to do all that. Your parents are poor. They don't have. What will you do? And no man, you will not go to any man and say, give me money, I want to buy, and the man will just give you the money. You give me money, okay, give me vagina. That's what the man will. Give me your body. I will use your body. And many are doing that. Religion and poverty is promoting prostitution, pushing people into you see in the church, you see pastor fucking young girls. And they say one man, one wife, and that pastor is married. And he's fucking those young girls who are not married yet. And those young girls believe they are tapping their anointing to get married when the pastor fuck them. Yes. Of course, I will tell any girl that thing to fuck any young girl that I know is young. I will tell her, if I'm a pastor, I will tell her the same thing. If I sleep with you, I will open door for men to come and marry you. And that's why you see the pastors fucking those girls. And when those girls see that that husband is not coming, this pastor lied to me. You see, either change to another church. If she open her mouth, they will blast her. They will say she's a devil. She came to seduce our pastor. Our pastor is a man of God. They defend their man of God and condemn the girl. You're a prostitute. Why do you sleep with her? You know he's married before you sleep. All that nonsense going on. And let me tell you, many marriages has been saved by side chick, by prostitute, by mistress. Yes, many of you, your husband would have run away and died, not coming back to you because of how nasty that marriage is. But she spent some time with that side chick in whom he's well pleased. And he's satisfying. And you see the man come back to us. You think it's your prayer that is keeping the man. No, it's not your prayer. The man has given up that marriage about his only pretending all is well because of religion, you know, and what family and friends will say. And he stayed there. Yes, side chick. That's why when we see, when our people were marrying multiple wives, they were living longer and better than now. We are not marrying that because it is not the man and the woman, it is the system, religious system we have. And even the church, some church will come to intervene. You must be one man, one wife. You say you want to marry two, no way. My late uncle wanted to marry second wife because his marriage was nonsense. His one wife was driving him crazy. He was planning to run away from Nigeria. He said, I want to marry second wife. He said, no, I'm elder in the church. You know, you cannot marry. And that's how that man died without enjoying his life like that. Yes, it is happening. Let us be real with our life. Let us stop lying to ourselves. You say, man, with one, no, my husband does not cheat. Man, you don't know your husband. You don't know man. It is natural. When we wake up, we have erection. It is not a spiritual thing. It is not any devil. It is natural. And that's the same way we look at women. We look. My wife know I look. Every woman around me know I love women. That's why we not go to heaven in the sky, because no woman is there. Men who don't support polygyny, they have side chick. They are hypocrites. Married men who say, no, it is one man, one wife, but they go behind sleeping with all those young girls that their breasts still standing or their vagina is still tight. They have nice back, nice body. They can hold and feel good. Instead of them marrying that girl, they say no. God is saying we should not do that. The Bible says we should not do that. Then why are you going to sleep with them? You cannot cheat nature. You cannot. It's natural. You are hypocrites. If you are against one man, multiple wives, but you are sleeping with somebody who is not your wife, who you are not married to, you are an hypocrite. You are a thief. So understand that there is reason, although it was not African thing, but since it's in Africa, understand how those people that instituted it, or those people that form it, how they are using it. They brought that shit among us, and you accepted that. That's why we are suffering. We don't know. That's why it's not working for us. It is not of us. It's not a must a man marry a wife. It's not a must. And why pay to marry? If you say God is the one that gave you the wife, God bless me with this wife. No, you bought it, you paid. In America, I think where I live, I think you pay $30-something, $30 to get married. They don't go through all that. So when you say that, especially, let me say this, you African women that say my man or my husband is cheating on me, you don't know what you're saying. Your African husband is not cheating on you because he sleep with another woman. No. Because he bought you. He paid bride price. Stop comparing your African marriage with American marriage. In America, they don't do what we do. In America, they can say, yeah, you cheat on your partner. That's America. Yeah, because they can just meet and become boyfriend and husband and wife. That's it. They only go to the town hall, to the hall, city hall, and pay the money they ask them. They don't need to meet any parents. They don't need to pay any bride price. They don't need to call any kinsmen to do anything. That's it. So both of them agreed. They are partners. They are not really husband and wife. American system don't have husband and wife. They have is partner. That's why you can marry now and divorce tomorrow. It's not a big deal in America. But back home, the reason why they make you go through all those rituals, all those things you pay, is that when you consider of divorce, you think to yourself, man, you know what you went through. Okay, no, I don't want to lose it. Let her be there, or let me stay here. I will be here till death, do us part. Stop comparing your African marriage with American marriage. It is not the same thing. Although it is a strange marriage we are having in Africa, it's not the real African marriage today. But they mix it. They mix Christian marriage and the traditional marriage. They mix it. Ebanko and wedding. We marry three times now. One marriage, three times. You marry one woman 3 times. You marry her traditionally. You marry her religiously. And you marry her you marry her secularly. That's in the court, in the church, and in the family, or in the community. 3 times. We marry one woman 3 times in Africa today because of the nonsense that Europeans brought to us. We call marriage. It's not our way of marriage. It's not our way. And can a wife be a prostitute? That's, it's another thing. Some wives are prostitutes for the family. The husband is poor, they are poor, nobody is coming, especially now, it's only you and your wife and your children. There's no longer that African family structure when brothers come together to help one another, when the family is there for you. That's why in Africa, in the real African marriage, one man does not marry a woman. It is the whole family, the whole kinsmen that will marry that wife. Because you are married into family, not into the man's home. You are married into the family. So if the man maltreats you, the whole family will come against him. But it's no longer like that today. We don't even know our true culture, African culture. We don't know. The one we have is the mixed one, the one they mix with all this Christian nonsense, quoting the Bible or having that Bible in the mind and doing that. Yeah, there are some married women who are prostitutes, yes, and are doing it for the family. Their children get sick. The man don't have money to take care of them, to take their children to hospital. And no man will give to a man because we don't have gay people, fucking man to give them. This woman is the cheap one. When your wife go to that office to ask that man for money, you think the man will just, okay, take the money. The money the man labored for. Go with your husband to ask another man for money. The meeting will be ended so quick. Get out from here. But you come by yourself, you are a good-looking woman. The man will say, oh, what will you eat? What will you drink? The man will try to entertain you, try to show you can do. Oh, the money you need, of course I will give you the money, but, but you get upset. Don't get upset. Is it a good thing for a married woman to sleep with another man just to raise money for the family? According to African family structure, no, it shouldn't happen in the first place. No married woman should go to a stranger or another man to ask for anything. Although you see some brothers to brother man fucking their brother's wife or to provide, but they don't supposed to be so. Unless your husband agree, okay. Some husband also, there are some men agree with their wife sleeping outside to bring money. Because these days, like in America, women get jobs better than men, of course, because they will hire women first. They know women are easily controlled, but men, unless now men are turning to women too, you know, we gotta stay there. So they want everybody to be women in America, and we are doing that. We stay in the job. A woman sleeping with another man, a married woman sleeping with another man to save the life of her children and to save her marriage. Is that right? Can you support that? How about a man who cannot get a woman pregnant, but he married that woman? That woman wants to have children. How about that woman going to sleep with other men to get pregnant? It has been happening, but you don't want to talk about it. One man married in Africa, you know, he had 4 children with the woman. Now from America, he went to bring his family to America from Nigeria. The American embassy did DNA test. Only 1 child is his own. The other 3 does not belong to him. Yeah, they deny him visa. They deny the ones that are not his children visa. But what that woman did, nobody knows she was doing that, and maybe she was a good Christian woman. Well, see, that's why I say, if we begin to have DNA tests in Africa, especially in Nigeria today, many men will find out they are impotent. Many men will find out they are not the father of their children. Then they say, yeah, I'm a family man. Where? Some women can do that to save their marriage, to save their self from shame. Their husband cannot impregnate them, and their mother-in-law is running her mouth. Cha, 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 cha. My son did not marry a man. My son did not, I must have my grandchild. Nonsense. Why not you keep having children? Did that God you say you believe in say that there are certain children you will have, or there are certain amount of children you have, and stop having children? You want to have grandchildren. Keep having children now. Go. Why are you troubling the woman? And those men that support their mother when they are doing that, you are stupid. Your wife don't conceive, and so what? And so what? Your wife don't have children, and so what? What has that gotten to do? The ones you have you taken care of them? Burning vagabonds everywhere, you know, all these criminals, because you didn't take care of them, you are poor and you are having children. I'm not against a poor man getting married, but before you start producing children, you must have means of livelihood, have something doing. Since they say you must marry before you have sex, okay, but to have children, go for family planning. If you have to tie your wife's womb, do that. Whatever you have to, or having sex with condom, although you are married, just don't let this woman get pregnant. Because if you have that child, you are responsible to take care of that child. Stop disturbing people with your children's school fees, with your children's whatever. You are the one that gave. Some people, they want to have children, but when they see they don't have what it takes to train these children, they say, no, let me keep it. Let me not do, let me not, I don't want, even when they're having unprotected sex, that please don't take in. Let this woman not take in. Oh. I don't have the money or whatever it takes to take care of child. And in America, they force you to pay child support. And if you fail to pay it, you go to jail. Because you must take care of your children. Marriage and prostitution cost money. Why? Because it's people that made up that nonsense. Why is marriage costing money and prostitution costing money? And you think because you're a wife, the other girl is a prostitute, you are better than her. You are doing the same thing. It's only one man fucking you, but this one, multiple men fucking her. It's the same fucking. Fucking is fucking. That's it. You're having sex with your one man, and this one is having sex. Some women can take it. You cannot. Just like some men can have sex more than one woman, some cannot. Some men cannot even pregnant a woman. Not talking about marrying two. Some men cannot satisfy one woman. Not talking about marrying two. So what are you talking about? It is individual. Some men, they can impregnate 50 women at the same time, sleep with them, bam, bam, 50. All of them get pregnant. And some man has been struggling, drinking all the medicine, all whatever concussion, whatever they tell them to drink for them to get one woman pregnant. It's not happening. But you see, some of them are smart, especially some of them living in abroad. Some of them plan with their wife, sleep around, get pregnant. Immediately she get pregnant, they bring her abroad. It's their child. Because they want to answer father. And that's why you see they introduce adoption. Adopt. Oh, you want child? Okay, adopt now. And you remember what the song our people used to sing? It means that a prostitute in her old age, she will be childless. It's not true. Some prostitutes have children and they have it on par. Yeah. Some prostitutes that have children, some of them are living in the city and in abroad. They send their children to their parents in the village or wherever they are to take care of them while they are sending money to take. Those prostitutes are better than some of you that are married, that are not taking care of your children. Let's be real. Let us stop lying to ourselves. Don't be poor and rich at the same time. As I said, if you are against polygyny, don't be against prostitution. If you are against one man, multiple wives, don't be against prostitute. Because some men need them. Married men, I mean, need those prostitutes. Married men, they need side chick. Because without side chick, they would have died, gone long time ago. The side chick is keeping them alive. When they remember that side chick, they say, oh, I'm going for a meeting. Okay, I will. It's a meeting now, meeting with side chick. And some of them die on top of side chick. That's when the wife will find out. Or some of them get something happen. Trouble happened. They find out. I thought you said you were going to Abuja. What happened now? You are still in Lagos. They said they saw you in hotel. You must say, shut up. I know what I'm looking for. It happens. They won't tell you. Oh, my husband went for burial. He went there and yeah, he went for burial and there's meet some girl there or they bring some, he sleep with them and come back. And he said, like, marriage is going on. And you see them pretending. We have been having joyful marriage. Yeah. Nonsense. Understand that some men need sex daily, not all. How about a woman being in her monthly period? And some of us, we have that tradition or that belief. You cannot have sex when your wife is in her period. How about that? Can that man go and sleep with another woman? Can't you see that's why that man needs second wife? And for those of you women who are saying, a woman can have multiple husbands too. No problem. You can have. Now your body will tell you. You are the one they are pounding. You don't pound men. Men pound you. Mota. I mean, the mother and the pistol, they're not the same thing. Ipa. The one that is going down is the mother. The pistol keeps pounding. It is your body. Women's body are delicate. It's not something to play around with. And many women don't. You think sex is just sex. No, women's body is not just for sex. Vagina is for sex. But you see that women's body, they have a lot of medicine for men. That's why you can't separate men and women. It's religion that separates us. Our men, our ancestors, our people, they cherish women. They worship women because they know no matter what, women is very important in our life. Without women, we will not be here talking today. Understand that there are reasons why you can do something to help, so long you are not doing it against anyone, so long you are not doing it against nature. A man having multiple wives is not against nature. A man having another man as his wife is against nature. Do you get that? Because you cannot procreate. You cannot have that satisfaction you're supposed to have as a person. As I said earlier, a prostitute can have children too. I've seen some people that are not married and are going for crusade or for seminars praying for fruit of womb. In other words, they have been sleeping with men, they are not getting pregnant. They be like, what is going on? They are not married, but they want to have children, which is good. Especially now they have made it is one man, one wife, and you are getting old and you want to have your own children. Yes. Talk to that man. Talk to that woman. Agree. Have sex. You can sentence me to your hell, but you know I'm not going to any heaven or any hell. This is my heaven, this world, and this is where I am forever. And I'm here. I have what it takes to enjoy life. I'm here to explore and enjoy my life. I'm not here to please any God. I'm not here to please any devil. I am here to please myself and enjoy with my fellow human being. So whether you are a wife or a prostitute, what are you doing with your life? Are you doing good or evil? Are you doing good or evil? Talk to me. If you need God to be good, you are not good. If you need religion to be good, you are not good. As human being, you don't need God to be good. As human being, you don't need religion to be good. All you need is you. Use your brain, use your head, and do what is good, both for you and for others. And that's how life should be. That's how we enjoy one another. Wherever you are, always have a good life. Have fun in life. Stop beating yourself up. Stop killing yourself. Don't let the laws and regulations that people put set up limit you from who you are. You can migrate. You can leave. You can go somewhere else and enjoy that your life. Peace.